when you went on in 2018, it's 2024. You've grown to over $10 million in sales in 4 to 5 years. That's incredible.
I appreciate it, guys.
Bravo. There's few that can do that and grind through it. Something you talked about there that you quickly like glanced over was media remixing, like content remixing. And so anyone listening to this, like correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm understanding this right? Like at Kanga, you guys have one content creator that's just creating content all the time, like kind of behind the scenes, just all the time, produce as much as you possibly can. Then you put that out on TikTok, 3 videos a day, and then you chop those down and use them across every different channel. So like one piece of content can be used like 15 or 20 different times.
You nailed it. That's spot on. And that's the strategy that I tell everyone. If you're just getting started, take the volume approach, do it hard and fast and true and honest for 6 months straight, then lift your head up, look at the results. And I can almost guarantee that people would be shocked. That's what we did with the travel page. You know, it's almost at 1 million followers across Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok right now. Because my wife and I were like, we're going to post every single day for 6 months, not look at the analytics, and then lift our heads up and be like, what happened? And I believe very firmly in that approach.
And then will you even take that as far as to like do blog and copy on it?
Absolutely. We used to have a Kanga blog, and I think we need to get back to it. I mean, ChatGPT kind of has made it a very crowded space because now you can type in a couple keywords and ChatGPT can spit out this blog. And so I'm seeing a lot more like text and copyright stuff on the internet than I did like 2 years ago. But I still think that it's an effective, because even the copyright can be a piece of content, because you can screenshot it and you can post it as an Instagram feed post. You can drop it in a Facebook VIP group. You can use it on email. So it's wild out there.
And you have 2 employees doing this entire thing.
Yeah, we've got one guy managing, quarterbacking the social media. We do have a full-time media guy who is the one creating the professional ads, chopping those up. He'll grab the TikTok and make sure that it's properly formatted with captions and good to go for ads. But it's the 2 internal guys really. And then we have a marketing manager who is running our Facebook and Google and, Meta ads. And that's kind of the department. I'd say we have 3 or 4 internal people focused on marketing. And then we have a couple contractors who do, graphic design here and there. And, we work directly with Facebook. So if we need to like look into the analytics and understand what we're doing wrong, we've got one email gal. So.
Wow.
We're taking an e-commerce growth lesson course here from you, Austin. So
I'm not even the e-commerce guy. If you ever want to dive in deep, like my partner Logan, he is the e-commerce expert. He lives in the weeds. He was staring at the Facebook ads Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend and tweaking it by the minute. Every single minute he had to make little changes that made incremental differences, because we were trying to decide, are we going to spend 50 grand today or are we going to spend 250 grand today? And so he had to make sure.
What's an example of like a small tweak like that you're like, wait, what?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying. I want to know from him. I need him to teach me a crash course on like e-commerce ads, because we're over here. I'm like, well, I'm going to make sure that I'm helping Rob get 4 TikToks out, all weekend and working on partnerships. And we work with, the ambassador program. And, that's another effective marketing strategy that I wish more brands would take seriously. And I learned it from Chubby's, because I was a Chubby's ambassador in college. Yeah, like these college kids are young and motivated and hungry, and they want to learn about sales and marketing, and they're not learning it in the classroom. And so if you're a brand that has, a product, you can host an ambassador program, create a Facebook group, create a group meet, let them engage with each other. We've hosted 2 ambassador retreats where kids are coming from all over the country to Nashville or to Clemson, South Carolina. They're like, I feel like we're best friends. We've known each other for 2 years. And it's like, this is their first time ever meeting. And I look at them not as like sales ambassadors. I just want them to promote the brand and promote the brand voice on their campus or in their city. And now we have some who have graduated 4 years ago that are still our college ambassador program, just because they love it. They love, getting free product. They love posting pictures. And we recruited the entire program through TikTok. We were fortunate to have one application request TikTok go viral, and it brought about 4,000 applicants into our ecosystem. And so when we were picking the 300 or 500 studs and stallions from that. That definitely helped. And I don't expect that to be the norm. Like TikTok 2 years ago was a lot easier to go viral, but I still think we're early on some of these platforms. Facebook Reels is crazy. 20, 25 million views on one video is insane.
That's Stephen's model, by the way, is students.
Yeah, we hire students to sell into the sororities and the fraternities, and they recruit each other, and it kind of grows by wildfire. And the best ones come on full time after graduation. But you can't just start an ambassador program.
Right.
Like it's got to have a dedicated manager. You've got to be able to ship them stuff in real time because they're going to beat you up if you don't do it right, or they're going to drop you on your ass.
That's right.
If you botch it, I think the most inspiring part, there's shops that are listening to this that might be D2C, they might be to B2B, but there's a commitment to you made to content. And it's like, we don't know when we're going to get the long tail results of this, but we're going to stick to it for a very long time. And I think that's where a lot of small businesses really struggle is they'll be like, okay, I posted one time a day. I didn't get anything. It's like, no. 3 times a day, cut it down into reels, cut it down into more TikToks, cut it down into posts, cut it down into stories. This podcast alone will remix a handful of times. And, it's like you don't have to recreate the wheel.